whole architecture fraternity is trying to serving only 5% rich people. So I guess we should come up with such solution who can cater rest 95% of Indian people. And this is the way we can create a very simple building, yet we can say that this is a luxurious building. It's a small farm stays, and we have given a feeling of resort, so we call it a farm stay resort. When we say word resort, we always associated that word with luxury. This is the whole site having area around 2.5 acre filled with mango trees. This is main road, as it's a farm road only. So from here, the moment we approach, client wants to build 6 cottages, and we have placed all cottages on this periphery. So these 3 cluster having total 6 cottages. One cottage is roughly 500 square feet area. Apart from these cottages, we have reception area, one large dining hall, as well as one dormitories. Total built up area comes to around 6,000 square feet, and the whole total budget was around 60 lakhs. So if you'll see, it comes 1,000 rupees per square feet. So even our normal houses comes to 1,500 rupees per square feet. Within very less resources, within very limited budget, we can create a fantastic architecture. Site is basically mango farm with grid of mango placed at 30 feet by 30 feet. We have to design a cottage within this space. So this is actually very narrow space with the foliage. If you consider the foliage of this mango tree, we are left with only this space, which is not more than 15 feet wide. So then we have decided to rather chopping of trees, we will place our building linear form like this, and then extended roof over here. We have taken the form, very simple rectangle form with pitched roof, which is made by terracotta. In India, over more than 500,000 villages are built with this same material. This material is not only proven, it is also associated with our culture, as well as climatically it's very relevant. So this is a rectangle space. So maximum part of the building is oriented north-south to minimize the heat gain, and our ventilation is placed here, so the cross ventilation will work easily. Now this is our entry of cottage. So to create a privacy visual barrier, we have just extended this roof up to ground, so that from outside no one can directly see into bedroom. So now when you enter into a resort, you will see a elongated roof who is touching, trying to touch the earth. This is your open farm, and we don't have any kind of barrier here. We have created shrubs just to create a sense of entry. You enter from here, and through tree you reach to a foyer, entrance foyer. This whole space is very narrow. If you'll see, you have to literally bend down and come into the bedroom space. So during brainstorming on site, I found a tree, large mango tree, and below that there is a shelter made by farmer. I found it a space which is an example of symbiotic relation between nature and human. It's like a space within a space, and this feeling I want to somehow I want to get it over here in my resort. This prolongated roof is helping me to achieve that feeling. See, entire whole context is a lion sanctuary. So outside there you will feel a certain vulnerability, but the moment you step into a cottage, you will feel very cozy. So this is my bedroom area. This is my entry. Toilet is also divided into two part. This one part is dry space, WC as well as basin area, and this part is a shower area having a dome on top of it. This dome is also having a natural skylight, so the whole bath space is lit. This is a normal section of a cottage. So this is the form which generally we see in our villages. So from outside one can see directly into a bedroom. So to restrict that vision, we have created this roof up to here. And this roof is again supported with a spiral column at this side with inbuilt sitting space. After that, we have created a puncture over here in roof. So this is a landscape space, and creepers will come by the time it will come out, and by years it will enter, this whole entire roof will covered with this creepers. We don't want to create a building which dominate on site. So we have intentionally designed it very low, since this whole area is earthquake prone area. So we have used this RCC band at plinth level, that's it. After that we haven't used this RCC anywhere. So this whole building is made by locally available material, which is a bela, which is a sandstone. You can easily find it out in whole Saurashtra region. Second material is of course this clay tiles, terracotta. And third material is of course brick. We have made a dome out of brick. So again, this is very interesting, how to create a dome without RCC. So from square form, as you will see in our historical buildings, square will convert gradually into octagon, and from octagon we convert it into a round. So this is how we have made a dome without any kind of reinforcement. Another interesting thing about this project is we haven't used anywhere RCC as a lintel also. All lintels are made by stone slab only. Then we have created lot of niches within 9-inch wall. You will see this whole bedroom having a small niches over here and here, and this one big niche for TV. Now without RCC, how to create such kind of niches, that is also a challenge. So what we have done is, this is our 9-inch thick wall with 14-inch plinth. Now from here we have used a sandstone slabs and create a niche by simple corbelling method. So this is how we have created niches. All door windows are made out of locally available wood. Whenever I go to site, I found lot of glass bottles. So I thought how to use it. So since my budget is very limited, so I came up with an idea that let's build a small wall out of this glass bottle. So this is a transition area between my bath area, which is a wet, and this is a dry bath area. This wall is made with glass bottle, and it is simply we have just put it, and we have filled it with a normal mortar. Since it is way south side, and this filters very interesting light within bathroom, and of course one small element as a dome. So these are the small element which actually we should carry out into our design. We have tried to create a spiral column with papada stone, which is 2-inch thick, of the same sandstone. So this is our ceiling tile. It will place on a purlin, metal purlin here, and top of it my Mangalore tile will come. This create a cavity, and this cavity help to reduce heat gain. So from inside also you will see a nice ceiling tile, flush. You don't need any false ceiling. We have created sit outs as well as furniture like bed out of locally available stone only. So this is also another way to reduce your expenditure. It doesn't make sense when you create a green building with using lot of money. Very few Indians can associate it with that kind of building. We should come up with a building with some sort of very simple approach. Mother Earth has enough for everyone's need, but not for everyone's greed.